Welcome to my second walkthrough of one of my settlements. As you can see, the next one I'm doing here is the castle. I'm slightly proud of the castle, not as much as I am proud of my Jamaica Plains settlement, which I don't think I can beat ever again. I think that's always going to be my best settlement, but here's the entrance to the castle. It's not as exciting as some people have made it, although it's pretty dangerous if you're a raider or some enemy creature. Um, I've got just a crap ton of turrets here, not to mention all of my artillery band, although I hope they don't use it this close to the castle. Uh, and then, of course, a guardswoman up there. But I wanted to do something different here than other people do. I initially was using the concrete foundations, but I didn't like that because I didn't like how it looked with the rebels still here. It looked like, well, if they can make the concrete foundation, why can't they get rid of the rubble? So I like the aesthetic of them kind of building over it and making these bridges, and then I got these struts from Homemaker mod, which, yes, I'm going to have a few mods displayed here, as well as spoilers for the end game. Why is that turret off? Don't know. Oh well, I'll figure that out later. But anyway, this is the interior. It's not really glamorous or anything, but I like it. It's a little homey. I've got all of my suits here, which my most used suit is my Flames XO1, and this one I use the most for my my companions. I let them use that because I don't really want them to use my my Brotherhood of Steel armor, which was just for me. I'll show you the kitchen, which you can see I used OC Decorator a lot in here. I really love OC Decorator. I'm very meticulous in how I want things to look, and of course the physics in Bethesda's games are kinda crazy. You know, just walking up to these would knock most of them over, or just the whole entire thing loading would knock them over. I don't know if you've seen the physics uh, of his coat, but if you do that, his coat flaps. So, of course, without OC Decorator, those things would just knock over if you looked at them wrong. And then I've got another BOS here. This is the Vault-Tec rep. This is where his general store is. And then the Vault, I think it's Vault 81. I can't remember her name right now. But her general store is here. And this was tricky to do, but I didn't want it to go through the door, so I had it go through the wall. And come out through here. What I had to do was put one, I can't remember what they're called. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. But the conduit, I put one conduit here, which is the one you see, and then I put the other one here. And I moved this one so that it would be down here, and basically connected it here, and this one kind of just stayed floating there, so it kind of just went through the wall. Basically, I tricked the game so that it would clip through everything. But this is my quarters. I got this from the same video that kind of introduced the concrete foundation one, but I really like this because it just kind of looks neat, like a little stand. I've got some toys there for Sean. Got my character's little desk area. Candles from Homemaker. I don't know why my bartender is sleeping in my bed. The bed is from Homemaker, of course. I've got this area, which is supposed to be Kate's. The restricted and then no smoking, which if you've played Kate's story, you'll know what that is for. But she doesn't sleep in there for some reason. I've had her sleep in there a couple of times, but then she just goes somewhere else for some reason. Another little sleeping area. I got these generators from Homemaker, which I really like because they're nice and quiet, which is great because I've got sleeping areas right next to them. Tool area, my main barracks area, and lockers from Homemaker. Another generator. I've got all of my settlers that are guardsmen. I've got them set up in army fatigues. The ones that are on the artillery have hard helmets, and the others have the same military style cap that I've got, the beret. I cheated and used console commands to get all of the uniforms because it doesn't really do anything. It just is for aesthetic reasons, and I didn't want to have to try and take forever to find the correct damn uniforms. I've got a food generator down there from, I can't remember the name of the mod, but I'll have it in the description. And of course the regular water generator down there. All of my turrets and spotlight up here. I've got all of my Minutemen have laser rifles, or laser muskets rather, with the militia hat and the Minutemen outfit. So I use console commands to make sure they had all of that as well. Here's my secondary barracks area. Desk area. And yeah, there's Kate sleeping in here for some reason. This is a little sitting area and my meeting area, which of course the meeting table was initially in the general's quarters, but I don't like the idea of my general sleeping in the same place that she also has her meetings. I've got my comic books here, my other books here. I try to have like a genre thing for them. Like this is the sciencey ones, and then all of the other ones like military style stuff, and then like the aesthetic stuff. I have these set in here. I wish there was a way, I don't know if OC Decorator or a mod in the future can figure out a way to do it, but I really want to be able to set up these straight standing up, but it's really hard to get it to do it. So I just have them kind of laying down there. And then I've got all of my ice cold beverages in here. This is basically the bar area. It's one of my favorite areas that I made here. One of the more interesting, to be honest. I kind of personally feel like the rest of it's boring, except for my clinic. I've got the checkers here, little sitting area. And I've got Minutemen flags everywhere, just in case you forget where you are. A little just lookout area, and picnic tables, which I put little beer bottles there just to make it look like it's used. Okay, and I will show the armory here. So I kind of made this still a little bit the same. I've still got this here so I can get flares whenever I need it, especially if I need caps, which at this point I'm like level 73 and finished with the game, so I don't really need caps. And I've set up a little bit more ammo here just to make it look really interesting, like it's actually being used. And then I've got this table using ammo from OC Decorator, so you see I can't select them because they're set with OC Decorator. So I've got all of this set up here, which I think it looks really cool. Got a little couch for Ronnie to sit since she's always here. But basically, other than that, it's kind of still the same. And then, let's see, got my 2 workstations in here. Of course, I still kept the teleporter stuff in here because I just like the way it looks. Although I wish it could still look normal, because I really kind of like it the way it looked normal. Sean just always hangs out here and never goes to sleep for some reason. And then this is my clinic. which I have the little scanners here, which I also got from Homemaker. And then set these up with OC Decorator here. I kind of just pretend that all of the really nice stuff they have is salvaged from vaults. Vaults that people haven't used. I don't know why he's sleeping in a medical bed, but these are all the hospital beds, basically. And that's pretty much it. It's not as interesting or glamorous as my last settlement. I just am not really that creative, I guess, but I still really like how I set all of this up. It's not, like I said, it's not as interesting as other people I think have made it, but it's different enough, at least I think. I haven't really seen other people use bridges like this. I almost forgot to show this. And here we go. It's basically a death trap right here. I got attacked by synths, and I couldn't figure out where they were, and I came here, and it was just like 10 synths just in a pile right here. So these are useful turrets to have. But yeah, this is basically it. I'll be working on probably Oberlin Station next. I actually kind of have a cool idea that I'm a little fond of there, using the train tracks and such. So I'll be uploading that next, but it might be a little bit before I can get to it. But I hope you enjoyed what you've seen here, and thank you for watching.